Hey, what is up? Hey, Hannah. Hey, Neutral69. How's it going? Got on a few minutes later than I intended. So, yeah, part of the reason, for whatever reason, my webcam, and I say webcam, I've been using my phone, and it looks so much better. And I was like, yeah, it's going to look better tonight. And didn't work, so I'm back on the webcam until I figured that out. But yeah, I haven't streamed in a bit. So I guess if you're watching this now, especially if you're watching the replay, I guess this is kind of like a, hey, what's going on with the channel type of thing. So if you haven't noticed, I have a second channel where I do most of the talking and face-to-face stuff. That one is called Dr. Bad Vibe Speaks. I'm trying to separate them out a little better. So when I do these streams, like I usually start with news and stuff and me talking. And I know some people just want to see games and vice versa. So Twitch, you know, it's still going to have the entire stream in one piece. On YouTube, I'm going to start the stream on Dr. Bad Vibe Speaks when I just talk, and then I'll switch it over to the video games. So the video game stuff will be mainly on the game channel, if that makes sense. But I hadn't streamed on the new channel yet, and I forgot about that 24-hour waiting period, so that's not going to work tonight. So I'm just going to start it all on the main channel. And if you're watching it, you know, pre-recorded, I'm going to put the chapter markers on here. But yeah, yes, I see neutral. Yeah, we'll still be doing video games. I'm just going to like split them separate, so I'm not just talking on the video game channel. I don't think it's like people want to hear me talk or on the talk channel, and people want to see me game or on the game channel. So I'm just trying to split that up, so I'm not just talking the whole video on the game channel. And still have game stuff. I have a few ideas for tonight. We'll take a poll maybe, but basically, you know, the Twitch stream is not going to change. That's the main stream. Everything else is a simul stream. So basically what I'm saying is all the talking will stream on the main channel, and then it'll just carry over onto the video game channel when I switch the games. It's just to keep the content separate on YouTube, because, you know, I've noticed certain people join and want me to play games, and then they're like, why are you just talking? And then vice versa. When I start playing games, a bunch of people drop off. So it's just a way to divide that. But if you like both, you know, I'll set it up so it carries over. It's almost like a raid on Twitch. And also, if you just watch it on Twitch, like there's no, changeover. And they'll both show up as, videos on YouTube. So it's just a way to organize everything. Hopefully I'm not overthinking it, but the two channels doing two different things. When I stream and switch gears, I think it kind of messes with things a little bit. I'm still doing the same stuff. I'm just going to curate it a little better. And then also, once again, if you're watching this pre-recorded, or the video on demand, I will put a chapter marker on the YouTube side, and it's easy on Twitch. It'll be divided up. So if you want to skip ahead to the gaming, that'll just look on the play bar and the description. That should all be on there. But so I see several people here now. How's everybody been? Happy New Year. What's my pick for game of the year? That's a tough call because most of the stuff I've played is pretty old, so I don't know. I don't know if it's game of the year material. I did play the new RoboCop briefly, so that looks pretty fun. I actually have it. I just haven't streamed it yet. I haven't played it on my setup either. I want to try it out. I've got a better video card now. I think I can handle it no problem. So I've thought about streaming RoboCop. That's like my favorite movie. So I figured the game's cool. Yes, Hannah, everything is oscillating. Everything's oscillating in anticipation. But let me see here. So I guess, as per usual, I want to start out with some silly news, if everybody's good with that. Found some funny things. It's been a few weeks, so I've gathered up some different news. I figure I'll go over that, then maybe we'll pick a game to play. Something's up with my chroma key too. Like, I mean, I know I need a haircut, but good lord, like it's going crazy. Let me see here. Everything is oscillating. Make sure my audio is not messed up. I haven't streamed in a few weeks, and like whenever I mess with this computer, it doesn't like it. Everything breaks. Like, actually, just then, let me take a look at something. Looks like my chat box decided to disappear. What's going on? Sorry, one sec. Let me get my chat back up here. Hey, J-Ro, how's it going? Let's see, Neutral 69. Have you played Baldur's Gate and Diablo 4, RoboCop, and Zelda? Played Diablo 4. That's really fun. I have not played Baldur's Gate. I've never played any of those. I don't really know much about it. Played RoboCop a tiny bit, and it looks fun. You know, probably not game of the year material, but it looks fun enough for me. I've not played the new Zelda. Nice, J-Ro. So yeah, the new Zelda, I do want to play that. still not finished the first one. It's so stupid. So uh, I gotta. We picked up a Wii U like right when that system was going out of style. Like it was amazing. You know, this is pre-COVID, before everything was so expensive. I think it was GameStop. They had like a Black Friday deal, and I got a Wii U, and it was something like 5 games for $100. It was crazy. Like I got all these insane deals that Black Friday. I think I got the PSVR and other stuff too. It's like I didn't need all this stuff, but it was so cheap. I'm glad I got a lot of it when I did, because it never got that cheap again. But anyways, one of the games I got was the first Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and it was fun. We got pretty far. I think we're almost to Ganon, and the stupid trigger on the Wiimote broke, and you had to have it. Like we couldn't shoot arrows or anything, so I was like, well, crap, I guess. And about that time we got a Switch, but I didn't want to start the game over. I eventually did fix the Wii U. It does work now, so I need to finish that game, and then I'll probably pick up Tears of the Kingdom. I'm pretty slow. Like I'm like no exaggeration. My backlog is like, it involves like a bunch of 360 games. Like I'm like a generation and a half behind. Let's see here. Get a drink of water, and I'll start going through my collection of stupid news, because there's some fun stuff. I really need to redo a lot of this desk setup so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna do a little intro just so I can cut this out. All right. Hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. I'm back with more news. I found some silly news, and I just want to talk about a few things. It's pretty silly, and some of these are quite wild. My favorite one from a few days ago, and I just noticed this is heavy.com. I think that used to be like a video site, like, you know, when YouTube had competition. It was like the Sumo Man. People would share stupid videos. I mean, I may be mistaken, but that's what I remember heavy.com being. I guess that's like how MySpace is like indie bands now. It's like all these old sites they're trying to repurpose for whatever reason. Oh, hey, Tanya, honk honk. Says, hey, oh, sorry to hear about your mom. Hope everything's okay. Definitely take care of her. So, anyways, what the news here? What we have: Bass Pro Shop. So this happened in Alabama, not Florida for once. And this was a video going around. We'll get to that in a second. But so a video, there's an Alabama man. He jumped into a gigantic fish tank in a Bass Pro Shop. Not only did he jump in, he took his clothes off, and he was swimming in the tank nude, and police were called. And it's happened before. So the article says in 2020, a man in Louisiana did something similar, but I think I have to look it up. I'm pretty sure a teenager did this recently. I'll have to look and see if I can find that as well. So I originally heard that there was something weird going on, like a mental issue or something. So he's 42, my age. Awesome. You know, represent. So he's accused of acting erratically before diving into the... Wait. Oh, sorry, I can't read. So he's accused of acting erratically before driving into a pole in the store parking lot. And so then at that point, he went into the store and jumped into the aquarium. So his family says he has mental health issues. They mentioned it for being booked in jail. And yeah, so he's a 42-year-old white male from Alabama. And basically it sounds like he's got problems, unfortunately. But he did do a cannonball into a pool in a store, an aquarium in a store. Give me 1 second here. I got to find the video. These are censored. I checked on this one, so let's make sure we don't have anything horrible show up. So he's taken to the hospital before being booked on 8 charges. This video is very short here. Let me look. Yeah, here's the Twitter. I think this one has a little more info. Wait. Let me go back here. I will see the cannonball. Oh, come on, internet. There we go. Those fish are like, what's going on? So, yeah, obviously these people don't know what's up. You know, this guy's... It sounded like he had multiple issues going on. And, yeah, I heard about this too, so...
Dumbass.
Well, they just make fun of the guy. So yeah, when he decided to climb out, I don't know if he slipped or if that was intentional, but he actually knocked himself unconscious. And at that point, it was a little easier to detain him.
Yeah, I figured he did not have much problem.
Let's see. I don't know if he's going to show much else. Yeah, so when he got out the hard way. Oh gosh. See if there's any more information here. Yeah, it doesn't say much else. Something happened outside the store. I don't remember where I read that, but I believe he did some damage to a police SUV. I don't know if that was before or after. I would assume before. It doesn't look like he... Unless he did it with his bare hands or feet, I don't think he could have done much damage. But, yeah, Bass Pro Shops, that's a place to be, right? I'll have to keep looking. I swear there was another one recently. The guy kept his clothes on, but I think there was a teenager that just did it to be stupid for TikTok. But that one brought a big smile to my face. That's fun. Indoor pool, right? Oh, hey, L West, hello, how are you? We're just going through our silly news for the evening. Let's see. Oh yeah, neutral. Are you good at the new Street Fighter? I'm okay. I really haven't played it enough. I still need to beat single player mode. I haven't even played anybody online. Played the computer a bit, but I don't really know much. I didn't really play 5 a whole lot either. 4 was I think 4 was the last one I put a lot of time into. Let's see. Sorry, let me just see if there's anything else to add about Mr. Cannonball. Oh yeah, excuse me. Yeah. I had another article here. This has a little more detail. So let's see. He did damage a police SUV. Let's see what he did. So yeah, luckily he wasn't severely injured. Because he got dumped out of that aquarium. I don't know if that was on purpose or if he slipped out. But yeah, he was not talking nice to the officers. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't really tell it in a timeline. Oh, okay, so this was after they got him. Wow, so while he was in the SUV after he got arrested, he kicked the rear door so hard that it warped the metal. It says the top and bottom of the door is damaged to the point where the door may have to be replaced. Gosh, so this guy was going nuts. Skinny dipping in the Bass Pro Shop. It's gonna be the new hit this year. Let's see, neutral. Who's your favorite character in Street Fighter? It depends. I'm liking Jury more. Cammy's always been good. I'm kind of vanilla. I usually use, at least with a new game, I'll usually start with Ryu. So I've liked him in the new one. All right, well, I guess that's all we can say about the Bass Pro Shop. So let's pull the hook out of that one and throw it back in. All right, let's move on. So I do have some more. This one may be on your radar. This one got a lot of play. So the funny thing is, I've actually started a video on this one already, and I was about to put it up, and then I heard that they were going to sentence this guy today, so I actually held off on posting the video until I can talk about it a little bit and do a little update. Let's see. Oh, hey, just me. Sorry. My chat window guy moved around. Just me, hello. And Marsha B, hello to you too. I hope everybody got to hear about the Skinny Dipper and the Bass Pro Shop. Yay, hooray, USA. So this one's a little less lighthearted, but the beginning is pretty funny. So I've got a video going up on it, so I'm not going to rehash the whole thing. This is more of an update. I will play the video. So this was in Las Vegas, and this guy was in the process of being sentenced, and he was going for leniency in the court, and he didn't like that he was about to be sentenced, and he basically bum rushed the judge, jumped the freaking desk, which I think's got to be, it's got to be at least 4 feet high. He flew over it. I'll just play the video, but this guy, like, he was so upset at the sentencing. I mean, I guess he knew what was coming, and you know what she said to him. He was so upset it actually gave him superpowers, and he could fly. Let me switch over here. I'll play this one real quick. Well, it's probably better with audio. I'll stop it there because it gets a little too much. But maybe one more. Let's do a little instant replay on that leap.
In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
So, very unhappy. So unhappy he gained the ability to fly. Let's see. Yeah, so he was so mad he became Superman, and you know, I go into that a little bit more in the other video. What all happened? That's how it ended, and the aftermath was, you know, the judge was injured, nothing major, and they still had to sentence him. He interrupted the whole thing, as you could see. So the judge herself said, I want him back. I want him in front of me, and we're going to sentence him. And I believe that happened on Monday, January the 8th. Today's the 9th as I record this. So that's why I held off on that video going live. So I believe I have the update here. Yeah. So yeah, he got his sentencing. He got at least 19 months. What does it say here? Oh, yeah. So he got 19 to 48 months in prison on battery charges. This, and the judge, like, really, really stressed the fact that this was based on, this was based on those initial charges. This had nothing to do with what he did in court that day. That's going to be a whole separate thing. So he got potentially, 4 years because of whatever he did before, some kind of attempted battery charge. Actually, yeah, that's right here. Let's see. He attacked a person with a baseball bat. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice job. I'm sure she was going to be lenient on that. Yeah, if anybody was a flat risk, it's this dude. He just raises his hands in the air and takes off. And so yeah, they're claiming mental illness and all this, blah blah blah, which probably won't dispute, but that still doesn't excuse that. You don't get to just Superman punch an old lady. I think she was older than I expected. I'm trying to see if the age is here. I want to say around 70. I may be mistaken on that. Either way, he Superman punched a woman in court that was the judge. That's not how you argue your way to leniency. So yeah, I mean, and what set him off is she basically said he needs a taste of something more than probation. I believe I'm paraphrasing there. So yeah, he's got a minimum of 19 months, probably more like 4.5 years, I believe, or no, 4 years. And that's before he's sentenced for everything he did in court. It's going to be a whole other. That's going to be a whole other set of charges, and another judge will have to do that because, believe it or not, she may be a little biased in this case. They have to, keep it fair and balanced. Yeah, put him in the Olympics. And yes, he may have had a Red Bull. Yeah, if any man was ever, excuse me, if any man was ever a flat risk, it's the man that could fly. So yeah, don't let him out. Let's see. Let's go sober. He would have to have been sober if he was in jail. I doubt he was whenever he had the baseball bat. All right, let's switch to something a little more light, a little less violent. I'm just gonna do. I'll probably be trimming these out, so I'm just gonna do another little intro for the other things. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again. Hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. Got some more dumb news. This one, of course, in America, lawsuits. That's what we live for. Give us some free money. And Florida, of course, it's the perfect storm. Florida woman sues Hershey's over misleading ads for faces. God. Florida woman sues Hershey's over misleading ads for faces on Reese's Halloween candy. So she's suing because this is the label we have. They look like footballs, pumpkins, whatever. They change them up. The eggs look like eggs. There's not much to that. But she's suing because they don't have the little faces or the laces on them. So she's so upset over the lack of detail on her chocolate that she's suing Hershey's. And specifically, she's suing over deceptive advertising. I guess she was let down by the pumpkins level of detail. The suit alleges that Hershey's falsely represented several products as containing explicit carved out artistic designs when there are no such carvings in the actual products. That totally ruins my chocolate experience. So, oh wow, they make more stuff than I thought. So, peanut butter pumpkins I was aware of. I don't think I've seen the white pumpkins. White chocolate's good. Pieces pumpkins, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's got the Reese's Pieces inside them. Reese's Pieces. peanut butter ghost and white ghost. Now I want some chocolate. I don't care what they look like. This sounds good. So, like, examples were shown through pictures of multiple products. They basically have a slideshow of chocolate that doesn't look like the wrapper. Let's see. The lawsuit also notes that packaging was not always deceptive and misleading, but Hershey's changed it to try and boost sales and revenue. Oh, okay. That's right. So yeah, the package, it used to have, I think, actual photos or something closer. Yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, when you look at it, it's almost like somebody like cut that out themselves, like if you had a real one. So they did that. Yeah, because I wasn't going to buy that until there were laces. Hershey's. Let's see. So the lawsuit states she would not have purchased the Reese's Peanut Butter Pumpkins product if she knew that it did not have the detailed carvings of the mouth and or eyes as pictured on the product label. I will not eat peanut butter unless it represents a face or a football or a ghost. I mean, you know, I've never seen an actual ghost, but my chocolate needs to look like a ghost or I won't eat it. So this could be a class action lawsuit. I hope this doesn't go that far. That's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, deceptive advertising. That could be applied to really everything. I want to see that actually brought up a memory for me. I remember buying, well, not me, like as a very young child, my grandmother took me to the store and I got a He-Man action figure. And I think it heavily implied he could fly on it. I'm trying to see how, if there's an image of the package. There's probably not going to be something that's detailed of something that old. There's an eBay thing. Oh wait, this is a new one. I don't know if anybody's got the original package. And again, this was like the early 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably not gonna be able, yeah, these are all like the old ones. I mean, you get the point. It's a freaking bumblebee, man. It heavily implies that he could fly, and I think it was because that was his character biography on the back of the the card that he comes on. So, anyways, I remember I was like, pulled him out, and I'm like, well, how does he fly? And you know, there was no way to. I thought maybe at least there was a button to press to make his wings flap or whatever, and he didn't. And I remember, you know, thinking like, wow, they lied. That's more reason to be upset over than freaking chocolate. You don't need chocolate to look at you. You need it to taste like chocolate. So, only in America. This is another silly one. Don't buy anything. I mean, every toy. This would apply to like every toy ever. You could see those commercials evolve over the years. It's like, you know, toy does not actually fly. They'd have to flash that big on the bottom of the screen, or, you know, does not shoot lasers. What if they made chocolate with faces that shot lasers? Now we're talking. I can't think of any other examples like that. Have you bought anything that's deceptive for real? Oh, hello, Just a Jen. Thank you for the resub for 4 months. That's awesome. You are a trooper. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. New Year not guaranteed to be good or happy. Oh, yeah, don't. I see what you did there. Nice. Happy New Year. New Year not guaranteed to be good or happy. There's definitely no guarantee on that. If there was, we should all sue over 2020. Bankrupt the world. Let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah. I saved the best for last. It wouldn't be a news stream unless we had an airplane story. So everybody's probably heard about this one. I'll do a little intro again here. Sorry, it's probably annoying if you're watching it live, but it helps me edit the videos. All right. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Hello. This is Dr. Bad Vibes. I've got some news, and we're going old school today. We're going back to our roots. It's airplane news. So we've probably all heard about the Alaska Airlines flight and how the freaking door flew off the plane as it took off. How does that happen? That's crazy. Let's see. Oh, you just had to rebook a bunch of flights due to this news. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I bet a lot of people, they may have, I don't know how prevalent this model of airplane is. I think they're fairly new. And I can't remember. It seemed like maybe only Alaska Airlines had them, but if anybody else has that model, I'm sure they're like, nah, nah, not me. So, you know, we know the basic story. The plane took off, the door flew off. So this is asking what happened after the door plug blew out. So this is a little more detail about what happened. So let's see, a door plug. So that's I guess to be more specific, it's a door plug, not an actual door. So it's an exit seal with a panel rather than used as a door. And I think of the Police Academy movie. I think Hightower rips one off. Well, actually, I think that was supposed to be the door. Whatever. He rips it off. It was actually a door plug. Because you can't just rip the thing off and, you know, not have hinges. So luckily, nobody was sitting next to the plug. That's crazy. This is a diagram of what those look like. If that makes sense. Oh, yes, right. We've got a flight attendant here, Marcia. As a former flight attendant, that's one of the reasons why passengers should always buckle up. Scary, but it can happen. Yeah, they turn those signs on for a reason. Hey, Silver Saint, good to see you. Next thing you know, they will try to convince us this is the new norm. Sometimes parts of planes just fall off. It happens. The Simpsons predicted this too. I know. How is the Simpsons such a crystal ball? It's crazy. But yeah, so this is a diagram of the door plug. I mean, it's meant as an emergency exit, not, you know, a door. And again, this is the Boeing 737 MAX 9. Don't know how many of these planes are being used right now, but from what I recall, they're having to redo the training and update the manuals. Let's see. So it's an optional extra door to allow for the approved number of evacuation paths. Let's see. So I guess there's different options. They picked the wrong option, apparently. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like they took, this is mostly from memory, they take off, the plug flies out, everything depressurizes, the oxygen masks drop down, and they have to like make an emergency landing right where they took off. And there's a little bit of science about pressurized air. So commercial airplane cabins have pressurized air so passengers and crew can breathe easily, maintain normal oxygen levels even while flying at a cruising altitude of more than 30,000 feet. Yeah, I think most of us knew that. So the air in many planes is kept at about the same pressure as what people experience at 8,000 feet above sea level. And again, that's normal. So if the hole opens up, all that pressure is going to fly out, and it's going to get cold, and you're not going to have oxygen. That's why the mass drops down. So it says this happened. Okay, here's more detail. This happened minutes after takeoff at 16,000 feet. God, it had to be scary. Let's see. Luckily, they weren't so high that the depressurization was terribly forceful. I mean, I'm sure it was still pretty violent. Yeah, I mean, any kind of loss of pressure, everything's going to fly out. The air, especially. So, yeah, they're lucky it didn't happen when people were walking around the plane. They were still, ascending. Let's see. I don't think there's much video on this. I'm just checking, make sure I don't leave anything out. I mean, here's a, so I can zoom in a little more. Here's a picture. Go away, ads. Picture of the plug in the flight there. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question. What do pilots do in the case of a rapid decompression? So pilots try to get the aircraft to lower altitudes, probably at or below 10,000 feet, where people can breathe more easily. So they were at 16. I mean, that's still quite a bit above, but they hopefully they got down pretty quickly. But yeah, that had to be hard. So yeah, I mean, you know, you're missing that plug. It's going to create drag. It's going to be hard to fly. So they landed 20 minutes after they took off. So this happened pretty quick. That's crazy. I don't know if this has the same detail here. There's a little more of a first-hand account. Oh yeah, the Hawaiian airline. I think that was, I think I saw it on this. They had a recap of the Hawaiian airline. Oh, yeah, in 1988, an Aloha airplane lost an entire section of its roof. Unfortunately, a flight attendant didn't survive, but everyone else in the pilot safely landed. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was a kid. I think it's come up. It's shown up in different things I've watched. Just, you know, the whole roof ripping off the plane. That'd be beyond scary. That's like the last thing you'd expect. There was another one too. I think this one, I think I'd have to look it up. I think there was one in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Something happened to the windscreen in front of the pilots. And while they were flying, like, I guess it hadn't been bolted back on correctly. Something about that. And I think like a portion of the windscreen came off and the pilot actually got sucked out of the plane. But somebody just happened to be there to grab him by the ankles and hold him in place while the other pilot landed. And so, I mean, he was like all beat up and frostbitten, but he somehow survived. I don't know how they managed that. That was a crazy story. I don't remember exactly where that was. I feel like that was in the UK, but I could be wrong. I mean, it's like if you ever watched Fight Club, that's like the fear you get after watching that movie. Like they focus on that. I'd be real careful if I was on that plane. This is some Final Destination stuff, man. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. I thought of like Final Destination and Fight Club. Elijah Wood and Edward Norton see these planes, are like, nah. Let's see. think CBS, they had a little bit more detail on firsthand accounts. Let's see. So yeah, I like they focus on a 15-year-old had his shirt ripped off because the plug blew. Let's see. Let's not focus on that part. So this is another passenger. So so her description is she heard a really loud boom after it took off, and the plane just filled with air. And first few minutes were chaos. The mask dropped down. She put hers on. Let's see. And there was a seat next to me that was open in the middle. And somebody just kind of jumped over me and plopped down the seat and grabbed a mask and put it on. It was a kid with that shirt on. And so they're just like, she's just like, where did he come from? Why is he not wearing a shirt? So yeah, it caught him so off guard, it ripped his shirt off. Oh yeah, so they couldn't even talk. I didn't even think about that. They couldn't talk because of the mask. So I was using the Notes app on my phone, and I just typed out, "Are you hurt?" And said his arm was a bit scratched, but he was fine. That's wild. So yeah, it's fortunate nobody got hurt from that. Let's see, Marcia. On my second flight ever, one of the engines caught fire. It was a 747-300. We had to do fuel dumping and then did an emergency landing. Wow. Yeah. Kudos for not quitting. That's a hell of a first day, or hell of a second day. This actually did just remind me, talking about using her Notes app and everything. Let's see if I think I remember where I saw this. Could be mistaken. I have to search for it. Surprised it's not here. Yeah, here we go. So somebody found an iPhone. Hang on, let me get it from a website I can actually enlarge here. Come on, give us some pictures. I don't remember where I read that original article. Here we go. So after that flight, I forget exactly what was going on. I think they were looking for debris from the plane in the general area. So somebody found an iPhone on the side of the road. I read this somewhere, and it basically survived because it landed on the grass. But yeah, one of the volunteers or workers, whatever he was, found an iPhone totally working. So it fell, 10,000 feet, whatever it was, and or yeah, I guess 16 if it got sucked out at the beginning. So yeah, the iPhone fell 16,000 feet, landed in the grass, and it was totally fine. Let's see, it's still in airplane mode with half a battery and open to a baggage claim. So it had a little rainwater on it. That was it. And oh yeah, and they said it was the second phone to be found. I believe the other one was working as well. Like no dents or cracks. They even had the email app open. So they handed it over. I believe they found the owner, if I remember the other story. So yeah, they thought it may have just been thrown out of a car or dropped by a jogger, but no, it fell from the airplane. What are the odds of that? If they hadn't had airplane mode turned on, they probably could have used Find My iPhone and just been like, oh yeah, that's the phone that got sucked out of my hand on the plane. There it is. Thanks. I think after an investigation, when they really looked at it, so when this all happened, it sucked the shirt off of a 15-year-old boy. The pilots realized that they accidentally had set the coordinates to the Epstein Island, and that's possibly what caused all this. But for real though, that's wild. So I believe that's all the news I have, unless anybody else has anything funny. Let's see. If it had a case, it would be one hell of an advertisement. Oh yeah, like that Stanley Cup that caught fire. Yeah, gosh, what was... Switching over to the video game stuff, there was in the Nintendo Power magazine, somebody had, I think it may be in a museum, or I think it's at Nintendo headquarters now. Somebody has a Game Boy. Yeah, this is it. Or no, it was, oh gosh, it was the Gulf War. I was thinking it was a house fire. No, it survived a bombing. So forget about that iPhone. Somewhere they had this, I'll read it right here. So this was in the Gulf War. This was like, you know, the Game Boy was made in 89, so this probably happened around, you know, 90, 91. And, you know, it's basically destroyed. I can't remember. I don't think the buttons work. Let's see. So he actually sent the Game Boy to Nintendo for repair, and they were just like, there's like, okay, they actually put in a Tetris cartridge and it worked. Let's see. So the start and select buttons still work, and it still goes. So I'm pretty sure this is in Nintendo headquarters. They just have it like in a glass case, like running always. They don't make them like they used to. But let's see here. I think that may be all the news I have. Unless anybody has any suggestions. Get my... Where we at here? Oh, hey, McMeow, how's it going? We just went through all the dumb news. But don't worry if you missed it. The video on demand will be up on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm gonna edit out the news stuff and put that on the new channel. Been doing some of the news live, but like the Die Hard video, I've got some slightly bigger things I want to record separately. Oh no, it doesn't matter where you watch it. Whatever works for you, honestly. The stream especially. I cut out the news segments for videos on the new channel. I do some of them that way. I basically record them live, and then I'm trying to... Ideally, I'd like to get the one a week. I mean, not one a week, but one a day. But that may take a little bit of time. Now that we're done with the news, maybe it's time for some games. But I'm not real sure what yet. I don't know what I'm playing tonight. I haven't really decided. I was leaning towards possibly Mario Kart or maybe something on the Nintendo. I don't know. One a week. Pace yourself. That's practically Harry and Meghan levels of productivity. Hey, believe me, the video game channel one a week's a chore. It's very hard. That's why I like I'm liking the new channel more. I get to have fun, and it's easier to just talk and edit, a basic video rather than when I do the video game channel. The videos I put up on there, usually that's almost an hour of footage every time, no matter what I do, and I have to comb through it and get and it'll end up being like barely 8 minutes long. It's I like doing it, but it just takes forever. But we kind of talked on Jen's stream when I did the Die Hard video. I got to play around with some more, I don't want to say advanced, but more than beginner level editing, and it's pretty fun. I want to learn how to, do some of the cooler YouTube tricks, some of the more advanced editing people do now, and just make silly stuff. I like to have fun. I've got a pretty funny video planned. I don't want to say what it is yet. I'd like to try to record that in the next day or two. I know what I want to do. I just haven't filmed it yet. I need to figure out what's up with my freaking phone. Like, I'm back to my webcam. I did have my iPhone. I've got it up. I mean, my iPhone's old. It's the 10S. And I've been plugging it in and using it as the webcam, and it looks a million times better. But I plugged it in tonight, and it's just like, no, it didn't want to work. So I don't know what's up with that. So I don't know. I'm not real sure what I want to play tonight. Let's see what everybody else is feeling. I thought about Mario Kart 64. That's kind of burned in my brain. There was both the Mario Karts. That's like my brother and I and our friends, different combinations. Like, we play those all the time. And like, nobody else really liked fighting games like I did, so this was kind of the one game everybody was good at, so we played them all the time. And keep in mind, this is before fast internet anyways, so I remember coming home from school pretty often, and I just put in a CD and play Mario Kart until it was time to do homework or eat dinner or whatever. I was a cool kid. Let's see. So Marsha B, I have fun. I ended my gaming days with Atari. There's not a whole lot of love for Atari. Actually, the first system we had was the Intellivision. It was like one of the Atari competitors. And I'll have to ask. I really can't remember where it came from. Like, I think my dad or mom may have bought it from a garage sale or something. because we had like this. It was like an ottoman with wheels on it, and it was meant for. I mean, it was meant for like Atari or Intellivision. It's. I wish I could explain it. Like the cushion came off, and then like it had all these slots for the games and the controllers, and I guess the system too, if you wanted to store it in there. And we still have like a ton of those Intellivision games. They're so basic. It was a little more complicated than the Atari joystick, though. Let me actually, yeah. If you, I need to pull that up if you're not familiar with it. This thing is insane. So they all played the same games. There were two versions of it. We still have both. This one never worked. I think, like, if you left them on too long, the power supply would burn out. So I remember seeing this one as a kid, but it never worked. But they came out with the Intellivision 2. This is what we had instead of the Atari. But yeah, it sat up, it was almost like a VCR. But those controllers are insane. Trying to see if there's a good example. Like, I mean, this is what it looks like without the system. But all the games came with these plastic. Yeah, here we go. These plastic inserts. Yeah, here's a good picture. It shows how these monstrosities worked. Well, I say that it didn't open the actual picture. Here we go. Yeah, this is a good example. So yeah, this is what I remember playing when I was like really little, before the Nintendo. You'd put the cartridge in the side of this thing, and if you had them, we had some, most of them, who knows, they got lost in the garage sale or wherever they came from. But you were supposed to slide these inserts down over the little telephone pad looking controller, and it had the buttons clearly labeled, but gosh, these things were terrible. And that disc was like the directional pad. So a lot of these games didn't work so great. But yeah, I mean, it was basically like a cool Pong. Because everyone in my grade had a Nintendo, and my parents bought an Atari used from a really shady guy. I mean, the Atari was still cool. Like, this one, I think technically, I can't remember exactly. I'm not well versed on these older ones, but I thought the Intellivision was a little more advanced than the Atari, but no one really took advantage of it. And like, out of all those freaking games we had, none of them were great. One of my friends had an Atari, so I remember going to his house and playing Pitfall, and I was like, wow, that's way cooler. But then once the Nintendo came out, nobody cared. Wow, somebody made an Intellivision joystick. That's... wow. But yeah, the Intellivision... I actually got the Intellivision Mini. I think Sam's Club was clearing them out, and I'm like, hey, I had that. And I got it. Jen didn't know what the Intellivision was, and I'm like, this is like before we even had the kid. And we played, what was it we played? Shark. That one's actually really fun. Like, that one still holds up. But yeah, once the Nintendo came out, it was over. Crazy enough, we still actually looked at it just a couple weeks ago when I was visiting family. We still have our original Nintendo box, and it's got like the I think it's Sears. It's got whatever store's price sticker on it. It's still on the box. So we've saved that from being thrown away I don't know how many times, and we finally have it in a proper collection now. I don't know if everybody's feeling it. I may do Mario Kart. Maybe I'll run through that a little bit, unless I'm open to suggestions if anybody wants anything else. But I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Mario Kart. I'm just going to update my stream descriptions here. Sorry, one second. Let me just do all my updates. I'll turn the game on. All right. Hopefully everything still works. I haven't turned this on in a few few days. Seems like whenever I turn anything off or restart this computer, it all goes to hell. Actually, speaking of which,
Welcome to Mario Kart!
good lord, that's so loud. I'm sorry. Turn that down a little. Whoops. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't blow anybody's ears out.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
Let me make sure my controllers
Option.
are the way they should be. So I've never played on this one. It should be fresh and never used.
Grand Prix. Select the level.
Do I dare the 150cc? Actually, before I do that,
Select the level.
I about forgot. Let me pull up my retro achievements here.
Select the level. Select the level.
Select the level. It's not what I'm trying to do. Hang on. Just reset it real quick here. Oh, you know what? Sorry, one last time here. I think I turned retro achievements off because I was recording game stuff. Let's see. Make sure they're on.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Sorry, I keep restarting it. The screen in front of me here, it's not showing my game. See if I can get the video to work properly. There we go.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Actually, I may have set that too low. That was terrible. Last one here. Let me get it right. Okay. That's a little better.
Welcome to Mario Kart. Mario Grand Prix. Select the level.
Let's see. 50's too low. Let's at least... let's go all out.
Select the level.
I mean, what is this?
Select the level. Select the level. Select the level. Select the level.
Cool. Got a bot in the chat.
Select the level.
Whatever. All right, well, let's try it in 150. Let's see if I can still hang. I've literally not played this game
Select your player.
in a very long time.
Yahoo! Okay.
I think, like, I had a roommate that had it on the Wii
Map.
at some point. And we played it again that way, but even that was probably like 20 years ago. I've played it in chunks. Just to test systems and stuff, but let's see. Hopefully my buttons aren't all messed up. Oops. My buttons are a little messed up. We're good, we're good. Got it figured out now. Oh, my own banana peel. Freaking banana hubris. I'm soured. Chat, yeah, I haven't played this one in a long time. It's kind of weird. Like how, sticky, or not sticky, but like how it's almost too responsive. I'm the best! It's not bad for not having played it in like a decade or two. Of course, it's on the easiest course as well. Keep turning the music off. The buttons aren't exactly where they should be. Oh no. Somehow I didn't get past. Well, now I got past. Oh, let me still get first. Ew. That was close. Almost blew it. Wasn't paying attention. I can't remember how many races are in these, in each cup, if it's 4 or 5. See if I can still nail this shortcut. I blew it. Damn. You get such a shortcut if you can get that. Toad's hilarious. I can't wait for Nintendo Land. Just so I can meet Toad. I've never cared about meeting one of those mascot characters, but that's so funny to me. How did I drive perfectly through that? Wario just screaming. Wah! Yeah, that's some bad luck on the train. I feel like there's some tricks with the train too. It's been so long since I've played it. Maybe a shortcut maybe. I just glanced down at the map. I'm pretty far ahead of everybody. I didn't realize that. I was getting nervous. So the trick in a lot of these games is just doing that slide boost. I feel like it's way too easy and almost overpowered in this version of the game. But I could be totally wrong. I'm no pro at this. So let's see, 4 or 5 rounds, I can't remember. Four, cool. I remember thinking these graphics were so amazing as a kid. This is how they look enhanced with an emulator now. They're so awful. Early 3D did not age as well as 2D.
Congratulations! I'm the best!
Oh, I'm the best! Okay, so I didn't see a retro achievement pop up there. Hmm. Well, I didn't get the achievement, but it's still fine. Oh, I may have to mess with that later. Probably not on stream. But, well, mainly wanted to get through the news tonight. I think I got that, unless anybody wants to see me go another round or talk about anything else. I may call it there. I may find another game to play for the next go around. Hopefully, I want to wait as long this time for the next stream. You know, we had holidays and I had work stuff going on, so I feel like, gosh, it was at least 2 weeks I didn't stream, so I don't want to wait that long again. Maybe in a few days, you know, get something a little better planned out. I'd like to play some original Nintendo. I'm definitely no speedrunner, but maybe I could do some sort of marathon, possibly, you know, games that I know, but, you know, won't take 5 hours to beat, you know, some I can do in like 30 minutes or so. That might be fun. But, I appreciate everybody watching. I can't speak. I appreciate everybody watching. I'll probably call this one here. And if you didn't catch the beginning of the stream, if you're just watching the end, going forward, I'm going to try to separate, at least on the YouTube side, Twitch. Twitch is the main stream. Let's make that first and foremost. It's easy to change tags and stuff as I'm streaming on Twitch. But on YouTube, as I could see tonight, more people tune in for the news at the beginning, and some people want to see the gaming at the end, and it's kind of splitting the audience. So I want to set it so I can stream the first part to the you know, my new channel where all the news goes, and then just keep all the gaming on the gaming channel, the original channel. Just keep it laid back and focus more on playing. I think it'd make it easier on me, and I think everybody would be a little happier that way. You know, tell me if you think otherwise. If you like watching it all, definitely watch it on Twitch, though. That's the easiest way. But they'll split everything up, so everything's easy to find. But again, thanks everybody that tuned in, and I will see you next time.